What's up, y'all? It's Sean the Scary Lion here, and today I'm doing one bold prediction for every NFL team. Man, oh man, the offseason was dominated by free agent signings, trades, draft picks, all of that. And I can't wait to see what player or team does when the football season starts. So with that being said, let's get with the bold predictions. Let's get it. Worst team in the league. Enough said. The Falcons make the playoffs. Desmond Ridder should make progress with Drake London, Mac Hollins, Scotty Miller, Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith. They drafted Bijan Robinson. I don't know why. I felt like it was a reach. Tyler Algier could make a big second-year jump. Their defense has made a big upgrade. And I feel like they're going to go to the playoffs. And if they want to make the playoffs, they have to score a lot of touchdowns and stop blowing leads. Because that's not what a playoff team does when they blow leads.
Why are you doing that? Stop that. Sir, what are you doing?
Lamar Jackson throws career-high touchdowns and interceptions. He caught his contract extension, which is good. Good for him. They got OBJ. They got Nelson Aguilar, which is mid. They drafted Zay Flowers, which I think he is a good receiver. And I can see the Ravens being a different team. And they have that new offensive coordinator. I can't remember the person's name. He is from Georgia. But I can totally see the Ravens being a different team. But this bold prediction for this one it's so unpopular. It's so unpopular. And their defense should be the same. James Cook has over 1,000 yards and 15 touchdowns. That is unheard of because Josh Allen is the quarterback. But he could make a big sophomore jump. And he could be the franchise running back for the Buffalo Bills. And the Bills, they are still going to be a good team. They're still a playoff team. They have Bryce Young, who is literally the guy for the Carolina Panthers. They have Miles Sanders, and they should feed him the ball more. Definitely feed him the ball more. You have to give him the ball more. They got new weapons around Bryce Young to work with, and the Panthers, they're going to have to change that entire offensive scheme due to Bryce Young. Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Terrence Marshall Jr., LaVisca Chenault Jr., Hayden Hurst. Those are some nice weapons to work with Bryce Young. And maybe, just maybe, he will show that he is the guy for the Carolina Panthers for sure. And their defense is all right. I don't know what to expect from the secondary. Hopefully their defense stays healthy if they want to get oh shit. I'm sorry. My stutter is terrible, but I'm trying my best not to stutter. As I was saying, they have Brian Burns, Dante Jackson, Von Bell, Xavier Woods, JC Horn. Hopefully they all stay healthy. But that's my prediction. He's always a runner. Our quarterback that has more rushing yards than any other running back? I think it's possible. With an offensive line like this, I think Justin Fields will be more unstoppable than Lamar Jackson. I think he will do it. Joe Burrow is a threat in the AFC North. They have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. They have Irv Smith at tight end. I don't know if Joe Mixon's going to play after the off-field incidents that he's involved in. But whoever's at running back, I think the rushing game will be established. And it's possible that if Joe Burrow can get as many touchdowns as he can, he's going to win MVP. It's Deshaun Watson's first full season as a starter. They just traded for Elijah Moore, which I thought he is a hell of a receiver. The Browns also have Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, which he is all right. They have David Njoku and Harrison Bryant. And I think they will hit 1,000 yards if they can stay healthy all season. That can be the case. All right. I'll be honest. Dak Prescott is not even smart when he plays for the Cowboys in general. He's not even smart in certain situations, especially playoff games. Last season, he led the league in turnovers and played for 11 games. And when the season comes, there's a big chance that he'll lead the NFL in turnovers again. Turnovers. And it can hurt the Cowboys big time. Whether it's the regular season or in the playoffs. Sean Payton saves the Broncos franchise. I'm talking double-digit wins. The Broncos sneaks into the playoffs. Russell Wilson has a rebound year. Their defense is still great. Their offense still has weapons, and the Broncos needs to strike. Because this is Sean Payton's last hope, or it will be the worst trade in NFL history. The Lions win the NFC North and win a playoff game. The Lions did improve last season, and I expected them to get better and better. But there's a problem. Jameson Williams is suspended for gambling, which was a dumb move. But Jared Goff still has weapons. Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown. They got back Marvin Jones, Brock Wright. They drafted Sam Laporta. That can be good for the Lions' weapons group. But there is a problem. How are the Lions going to improve in the running game after trading DeAndre Swift to the Eagles and drafted Jahmyr Gibbs, which I thought It was a reach. Oh yeah, they have David Montgomery. They have David Montgomery, so I think he could be the guy to improve the running game. And their defense is still good. Jordan Love is good. I thought he played decent when he was on the field last season against the Eagles. And now it's his first full year as a starter. He does have weapons. And I think that he will show that he is the next Packers franchise quarterback. This season is the season to show up and show them that that Jordan Love is the franchise quarterback, or he is a bust and the Packers will have to draft a quarterback. Look, I am not the biggest CJ Stroud hyper. I'm I'm not the biggest hyper in the NFL. I'm not resorting to overhype to anyone in the NFL. I'm just hoping for the best without hyping them up. I would be worried if there are concerns around CJ Stroud. Because there are. The concerns are, can their weapons step up? Can they catch? Can they get more yards? Can CJ Stroud escape pressure? They have Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary. They can split carries and probably break through defensive linemen. Their receiving core is good. They have Robert Woods, Noah Brown, Nico Collins. I think they will do good. They have Dalton Schultz, who came from the Dallas Cowboys. Their offensive line is good. They have Laramie Tunsil. They have Shaq Mason. They are both good blockers. They are both good blockers. And I think it can give the ability to let Dameon Pierce or CJ Stroud run for yardage. It could even allow CJ Stroud to escape pressure. But hopefully he can, though. I'm not even comparing him to Lamar Jackson or Justin Fields or Kyler Murray, whatever. I'm just hoping for the best for CJ Stroud. And that is why I think he will be the franchise quarterback for the Houston Texans going forward. But they still get the top 5 pick. Like CJ Stroud, I'm not the biggest hype ever. I'm just hoping for the best in Anthony Richardson. The same can be said. The same prediction can be said for Anthony Richardson as well. Is he going to escape pressure? Can he run the ball? Can he throw as far as he can, which quarterbacks usually do that? There are weapons. Michael Pittman Jr., Isaiah McKenzie, Alec Pierce. He's okay. Josh Downs. I don't know if their tight ends are capable of stepping up. They have Ryan Kelly at center. Quentin Nelson. I'm not naming like every offensive lineman. That sounds, I don't know. Their O-line is below average at best. The same can be said for Anthony Richardson. So CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson have the same bold predictions. I gave CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson the same bold predictions. I think Anthony Richardson will do well. I'm hoping for the best. But they still get a top 5 pick. Still. Like Joe Burrow, he is a threat. With all the weapons that Trevor Lawrence has, his weapons are now on the verge of being in elite status. Especially the running game. You have Travis Etienne, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley. They traded for Calvin Ridley while he was suspended for the whole season. Now that Calvin Ridley's reinstated, he is now part of the Jaguars offense. So that is a great addition. I'm glad he's learned his lesson. I'm glad he's part of the team. Good for him. Who else do they have? They have Zay Jones, Jamal Agnew, Evan Ingram. All the weapons he has to make this offense dangerous. Their defense is looking great. It's on the verge of returning to the elite status, like how it was in 2017. And I think it's possible they make it to the Super Bowl if everyone on the Jaguars can stay healthy all season and do their job on the field. Yes, I know the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce is Travis Kelce. Andy Reid is Andy Reid. Yes, I know. I understand that they are a great team. But seriously, dynasties are boring nowadays. But no, and know this. They cannot win Super Bowls all the time. They can't win everything all the time. Because there has to be something that's stopping them from either winning or advancing to the Super Bowl. And if there's something that's holding them back from Super Bowl contention, it's probably their defense. And yeah, there were times where defense makes plays and helps them win games, but at the same time, it can be the key to hold them back. But there are other teams that have better defenses or better offense than the Kansas City Chiefs. There are teams that have those kind of strengths, that have great chances of beating them in the playoffs. I understand all of those things, but they can't do it all the time. I understand what the Chiefs are, but they can't do it all the time. And this is what I meant to say. Yes, I get it. The Raiders are bad. But this season, right here, I think that Josh Jacobs will be the heart and soul of this team. I think he will have over 1,000 yards, probably the same amount of yards that Justin Fields is expected to have, like I predicted, and have like probably more touchdowns than James Cook, because that's what I predicted as well. He is the heart and soul of this team. He's done that like last year. And it showed against the Seahawks last year. And I think he will keep doing that. I think he'll be strong enough to do whatever it takes to break through the defense Yeah, Brandon Staley is not the guy for the LA Chargers. Like, he is a latest example of NFL teams that always finds ways to blow games. Blow games. Seriously. They always find the ways to let other teams get past, to get ahead of them. Like, he is coaching a team that has talent around him, and this is what he does. Like, seriously, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson, Gerald Everett. All of the weapons, those are all of the weapons Justin Herbert has. Like, and their defense, like Morgan Fox, Sebastian Joseph Day, Joey Bosa. They signed Eric Kendricks. They have Kenneth Murray Jr., Khalil Mack, J.C. Jackson, Derwin James, Asante Samuel Jr. All of those players that the Chargers have. Like, this team right here, it has talent. No cap. Those are all the players that I'm talking about. The key players that the Chargers have. It's just, the Chargers have talent, but Brandon Staley is holding them back. He always holds them back. It showed, like, last year against the Jacksonville Jaguars in the wild card playoff. They blew that 27-3 lead. And it showed at the very last game of the 2021 regular season. He called a timeout, and the game was tied with like less than a minute or so. Brandon Staley is not the guy for the Chargers whatsoever. And I could definitely see him getting fired. Either after the season or mid-season. I don't even know. No improvement whatsoever. I've seen nothing from the Rams. I don't know about the Rams. They went from a Super Bowl champion to a terrible team. And they have done nothing in the offseason. Sorry. For the stutter and memory loss. But the only thing that the Rams did is trade away Jalen Ramsey, and that was it. That was it. They drafted Steve Avila, but it's not going to be enough to improve the offensive line. The O-line was bad last season. I just don't know. I seen no improvement except trading away Jalen Ramsey, but that's hurting this team. Well, Jalen Ramsey has not been the same, but other than that, I just don't know about it. They could be bad. They could be the same as last season. They could be even worse. But I wouldn't be shocked if they played good. I just don't know. I don't know about Matthew Stafford. I don't know about Aaron Donald. I just don't know about other receivers. Will this team like literally step up? I don't know what the hell's up with this team at this point. Well, if Matthew Stafford plays bad, then the Rams did draft Stetson Bennett. And if Stetson Bennett were to come in, I think he can flourish as a quarterback as the team. Other than that, I just don't know about them. They could be the same as last season. Who knows? The Dolphins got better. They got better. Tua Tagovailoa is going to play the season fully healthy. He finally got help from the medical staff so he doesn't suffer any more concussions. he sure does have weapons to work with. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tyler Kroft. Cedric Wilson Jr. That's another good piece to the Dolphins offense. The rushing game, they have Raheem Mostert, but I don't think he's looking the same. But if they do trade for Dalvin Cook, that could make the rushing game very unstoppable. Very unstoppable. But the offense did take a beating. They lost Mike Gesicki to the Patriots, but they still have Tyler Kroft. And I think this offense can be unstoppable if everyone can stay healthy and do their job. Maybe they can make the playoffs and possibly win a playoff game. And their defense, it's good. Hopefully it could be able to hold them up as well. Kirk Cousins is overrated in my opinion. Something about him this year speaks more problems. They don't have Adam Thielen anymore. They still have Justin Jefferson. We all know him. Jalen Reagor. They have Jordan Addison, which I don't know about Jalen Reagor and Jordan Addison. I think he looks promising. They still have TJ Hawkinson, but I don't know. They might not recover from that playoff loss against the Giants. He takes a step back this year. I think their offensive line is gonna take a step back as well, and it's gonna hurt Kirk Cousins, especially in crucial situations. Which is why I think Kirk Cousins takes a step back. I don't know if he can escape pressure. He's getting up his age. I don't know, man. I think Kirk Cousins will have a disappointing year. You see, about Mac Jones, he had a good rookie year in 2021, but the next season it was not so good whatsoever. Maybe because it's due to his Matt Patricia controlling the offense, which hurts him. But other than that, his sophomore season was not good. He is not the same Tom Brady whatsoever. Yeah, he does have weapons to work with. Juju Smith-Schuster, Kendrick Bourne, Devontae Parker, Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, the guy they picked up from the Dolphins, but they have Tyquan Thornton, but that doesn't mean he's going to be good as well. Their offensive line can't protect him to save his damn life. I just don't trust their offensive line, and I don't know if I can trust Mac Jones. He's not the same Tom Brady whatsoever. Yes, he is good in 2021, but looking at it now, it's not looking good. And there is a chance. Oh, I heard they were like trading. I heard that they tried to trade Mac Jones, but that didn't occur. But due to his quarterback play last season, and now that he's staying with the team, looking at him now, it's not looking good whatsoever. I can't believe. I thought he was going to get traded. Everyone thought that he was going to get traded.
This parade's going to be on national television.
It's not looking good whatsoever. I do expect the Patriots to move on for Mac Jones. and maybe draft a quarterback or trade for a better quarterback. I don't know. Yes, sir. I think their defense can return to their form big time. Big time.
National TV? Where performing?
They drafted Brian Brees, finally a defender that the Saints defense can depend on.
Stand on the float like
Cameron Jordan,
a pretty girl. I could totally just be
which we all know who Cameron Jordan is. I think he can return to his healthy form. Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus May, Tyrann Mathieu, Demario Davis, Pete Warner.
I don't want to be in it.
I think
Be in it if you guys bet.
it will return to their elite form and make them top 5. And there's a it's possible that they might lead the league in takeaways, turnovers forced.
Me and my mom.
I'll get you some
It's possible. Very possible. They got better. Like the Dolphins, they got better. They got even more better. You have Saquon Barkley, who is still explosive despite injuries.
What street are we on?
Yeah, what street?
They traded for Darren Waller. That is a great addition to the Giants' offense here. A bigger weapon that Daniel Jones can depend on. Sterling Shepard should be back from injury,
Where it just moved.
and hopefully he can do better. Other wide receivers, he has Isaiah Hodgins, Darius Slayton, Paris Campbell. Those are all the weapons. I think they're all fine. And their defense, they got better as well. They drafted Deontay Banks from Maryland. That is a good addition to the defense. And Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, Ashawn Robinson. I don't know. He's cleared to play. He is questionable. They got really better. They got way better. And it's possible that 13 wins, that could be it. That could be it.
Guys, maybe they can help us. Hey, fellas!
They have Aaron Rodgers. Goodbye, Zach Wilson. Bye, Felicia. You're gone. You're done. I believe Brees Hall is returning from injury. I believe he is. And Aaron Rodgers at quarterback with the New York Jets, he has lots of weapons. Alan Lazard, Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, Randall Cobb, McCall Harmon Jr., Denzel Mims, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzama. Okay, I'm not good at pronouncing certain last names. I can't believe that there are certain last names that are so hard for me to understand. You see, I cannot believe what my brain has done to me. As I was saying, with the weapons he has like this Jets offense can be really explosive.
Where you go? What?
And their defense is okay. They still have CJ Mosley, Quinnen Williams, Quentin Jefferson. They traded for Chuck Clark with the Ravens. They have Jordan Whitehead. It's looking all right, but the Jets offense is going to be the savior of this team. But that doesn't mean they're going to win the division, go all the way to the AFC Championship game. I think their defense could be the reason. But who knows? That's why Jets second in AFC East. The Eagles get 15 wins. Enough said. I think the Steelers did improve the offensive line big time. They drafted Broderick Jones out of Georgia. I love that draft pick. And they signed Isaac Siumalu. Those are great keys to offensive linemen to protect Kenny Pickett at all cost. And they did drafted Nate Herbeck, which I don't know if he's gonna start right away, but I think it's making Kenny Pickett more of a runner. And it's going to allow Najee Harris to get more bigger yards. And it's giving Kenny Pickett, sorry for that mispronunciation. I always mispronounce players' names for some reason, but anyway, as I was saying, it's giving more Kenny Pickett's ability to rush for more and more yardage. He could be as fast as Lamar Jackson and Justin Fields, like his running skills are in college, and now look at him. I heard that Kenny Pickett is doing a fantastic job at practice. He feels like he's way more comfortable with that offensive line. I think Kenny Pickett and Najee Harris both have a shot at this to achieve that goal. Look, I'm making my 49ers prediction way different than everyone else's. So, I'm making a point here. Brock Purdy is expected to be ready for the 2023 NFL season. And looking at him last season, he looked... No. Him late in the season, I meant to say, he looked like a franchise quarterback. He almost led them to the Super Bowl. Well, not almost. Well, he did lead them to the NFC Championship game. They got blown out by the Eagles. He was a guaranteed franchise quarterback when he came in after Jimmy Garoppolo's injury. And his weapons are they're way too good. Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, George Kittle, Kyle Juszczyk. That offensive line is powerful. Their defense is arguably the best in the league. No cap. But here's the thing. 3 NFC Championship games in 4 seasons? Yeah, I've seen enough of it. I've seen enough from the 49ers. And I just don't trust Kyle Shanahan. I think he is a choke artist. I don't care if he went to the Super Bowl. I don't care if Jimmy Garoppolo led him to the Super Bowl. I don't care. I don't care how he has done. He is a choke artist. And I can't see the 49ers go to the NFC Championship game for the 3rd time in a row. I'm expecting different things from the 49ers. And that includes first round exits of the NFL playoffs. That is what I'm expecting. Which is why I don't trust him. Which is precisely the reason why I've ruined against the 49ers. That is my prediction for the San Francisco 49ers. First round exits. When Geno Smith stepped in last season, Jesus Christ, man. The Seahawks won that trade for sure. They won the Russell Wilson trade. And now look at Geno Smith. He won Comeback Player of the Year. But looking at them now, his weapons around him, it has gotten better. They have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett. They drafted Jackson Smith-Njigba. That can be good for their receiving core. They have Noah Fant. And they have Kenneth Walker at running back. And Geno Smith can throw that ball to Kenneth Walker. That can still count as, these can count as touchdown passes. I think it's going to get even better. The Seahawks offense is sure a threat to everybody. Yep, that is what I am expecting for the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield will be the quarterback. I'm not expecting Baker Mayfield to do good. And I think the star players on the Buccaneers might get traded either during or after the season. That is what I'm expecting for the Buccaneers. And it's a tank year. There's nothing else to expect from the Buccaneers. This is sure to be Ryan Tannehill's last season. He's not the guy for the Titans anymore. This year will be the year Will Levis starts some games. Malik Willis is getting cut before. Malik Willis, he is likely getting cut before the NFL season. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I don't know why Derrick Henry is not traded. He should have been traded before, during, or after the draft. Like, I don't know what's going on with the Titans. Treylon Burks is the only receiver the Titans have. That's literally it. There's nothing else to expect for the Titans. Man, 2020 was a one-year wonder for the whole Washington Commanders defense. Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, Kendall Fuller, Jonathan Bostic. Let me know if I miss anyone else. It was their year, man. Chase Young was Defensive Rookie of the Year. Their defense in 2020 was great, but ever since that, it was not good anymore. It was not good anymore. And last season, it was looking even worse. And this season, I'm expecting to be the worst defense in the league, man. And it could make them a bad team. A terrible team, I'd say. I expected this defense to get much worse. Man. Man, oh man. Those are my predictions for every NFL team. I don't care what your predictions are. I don't care what your opinions are. That's fine. These are my opinions, and you can think different, and that's fine. I don't care. It's Sean the Scary Lion, and I'm out of here.